My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Alright, so this is another TikTok video of that lady again. There's no comments. The slog, aka Billy a-hole. It's 1 minute and 4 seconds. Screenshot.
The slug under this headline for you.
Oh my god.
A former royal photographer who is still very much a part of the royal world says there's something going on at the palace and Prince William is changing, but not in a good way. This reporting is from The Mirror, and they are saying that William insists on being called Sir behind the scenes. And back when he and Harry were still brothers and friends, William did not insist on being called Sir, and there was a much more relaxed vibe at the palace. So what I think they're saying is, now that Harry is gone, William has started to take himself much more seriously, and he has become an a-hole. Although there is speculation that he has always, of course, been an a-hole. His staff also finds him very aggressive, and not just his staff, but charity volunteers. He is being aggressive to charity volunteers. Now, if you look at the Daily Mail,
he's way behind. He's starting to take this serious a little bit too late. He has his whole life being prepared for this. Well, he still have time, but how old is he? 40 something. That's when he's taking it seriously. That's because the brother's not there, and he realized that whatever they put in his head, that his brother will always be there to catch him, the brother's not there. So he realized, oh my god, I better do something. But the foundation, when he was young, where they should have teach him things, he's a little bit behind. The slug, aka Billy a-hole. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Alright, that's that. Okay, 30 minutes. Okay, let's see if I could squeeze everything so I don't do part 1 and part 2. Look at something like this. The nail was already put for him. If he's taking things serious, my goodness. Oh. Whew. Okay, oh William, there's the laugh. There's no comment. Alright, so let's listen. Oh my lord. This is why the squad went and if you look at one of the videos I did,
I saw this tweet.
one of the videos I did yesterday, the squad went and searched for kids who's learning how to use a hammer. After they put the video of William. But let's continue. She had just started talking. Oh my.
And then I saw this tweet. And I laughed and laughed and laughed at the comments of this tweet because, oh my goodness, like literally people are asking, people are waking up to the fact that this is all just so pointless. So the this room cannot even hammer things well. Like, and do you know the funny part of this is they actually posted this on their Instagram page. I believe they've deleted it now. The roasting, people drag them, and rightfully so. I mean, I asked the other day, what exactly does the heir to the British throne, what exactly does he do? This is what it does. Ceremonially, not how many.
I'm telling you, the squad are making the royal family rethink of everything that they post. Because Harry and Meghan, they are comfortable with themselves. Well, it's Meghan who's posting. And then the royal family trying to be popular, be on social media, to be as popular as them. But the nonsense that they're putting out, The squad are making them rethink of whatever they post. I don't even follow them because if it wasn't for the squad who posted those videos, I will not know. And I don't go and search for them. Anyway, let's continue. Oops, come on.
Into walls. Yeah, well, it's just ceremonial. He wasn't actually doing it. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. He can't even do that right. First it was Kate and Bob the Builder, and now William has decided to be the builder. He took it too literal, I think. And then of course people were bringing up other examples like this one,
holding the pot,
where they said he was holding onto a hot pot without any gloves or any napkins, just holding on to what we're supposed to believe is a hot pot. They can't even do their PR right.
It's the guy that was next to William when William was holding the pot. He looked at William like, what the F? He was trying to hold it in. Oh my Lord.
They can't even get their PR right. And it's because the British media never hold him
accountable.
Him and the entire family accountable. They just prop them up. And of course the gullible, the royal family fans, Sequel fans, the Rangers swallow them up and just make excuses for them. But hey, wait, if that was Harry and Meghan, we will never hear the last of it. Oh, Harry brutally dragged and somebody brutally mocked, because that's like their favorite thing to say about them before anybody brutally dragged or mocked them. But Prince William was brutally dragged and mocked in the tweets, in the comments of that tweet. And which brings me again to, is this what they actually do? Ceremonially, just everything's ceremonial, everything's PR, everything is done by other people, and then they come and put their their nails in it.
While she was saying something, I thought of a video, a tweet that I came across. I didn't put it on the list. The other thing is that, yes, they are ceremonial, but the thing as well that when I first started looking into Harry and Meghan, I thought that, they were, to bring, what do you call this, tourism, and do the charitable work things, but they abuse it. Let me pause for a second. While I'm thinking about it, there's a tweet that I came across. Let me go search for it. Before I go on to this, let me share that one with you first. And I have another tweet that showing them working. Alpha, beta. I share that on my community, but this is Harry working. When he's doing things, he's into it. But William, the thing is that I don't know why they're putting that much pressure on themselves. I'm not talking about Harry, but William in particular. He's not too much into this. Yes, he's gonna be king, but focus on something that is meaningful. You don't have to keep on pretending this stuff. Harry, on the other hand, he's into it. That's a different story when you are into something. But with William, there's many other things he could have been doing that doesn't have to somewhat align with Harry type of things, or I don't know. Pretending is a lot of work, but they have no shame. All right, nice AI's photo you posted, but that's from a video. Did they post the video? It's real. We also the video where he went to touch a nail that was already in the wall. The picture was taken 2 seconds after this. Alright, I thought Getty image didn't lie. Alright, you didn't have to filter her natural looks though. Okay, who's her? Okay, use the throw of Getty's image. Let me see what's this. Okay, and that's the last response. Is an emoji. What is that? Oh, her? Okay, never mind. Alright, so I'm done with this. This is the one that I wanted to share with you. Alright, so let me go on the next one. This is on my community board. Alright, so this one is a video. That's them actually doing work. I'm telling you, the squad, they know how to dig up stuff. After that image and video of William pretending to be hammering that nail, the squad went to work. Alright, Harry was always covering for Toby. Alright, the other brother, by the way, that's what it stands for. William and Harry performed DIY on derelict houses and 2 new homes for war veterans. Okay, it's almost a minute screenshot in between. I hope there's no music. Okay, it's war. That's good.
And then they go crazy.
Oh my God. It looks like they spend more time teaching
Did you
him.
contact the lads in your unit and the people that you serve
I
alongside?
have, yeah. So most of the guys, because obviously I left the army, went to the RAF after, so
Yeah.
I started doing search and rescue flying and that. So I've been flying helicopters for the last few years.
Yes, I saw that.
Sexual. The guy repeated.
Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. You started in 16 years.
I was reading something where Harry went to another country.
Painting stones. William was doing a bit of painting, but Harry wasn't very pleased with William's painting. So Harry, he came in and touched his painting up.
It's playing over. There was something I was reading where Harry went. Is it Nepal? I think it was Nepal. It's one of those Asian countries. And he was supposed to be there for whatever amount of days. And then he decided to extend his stay to help build, do some infrastructure thing. Most of Prince William's royal work can be summed up in that last statement, Harry coming in to touch up any and everything behind the scenes while William got praised as the greatest for contributing the bare minimum, if anything. Harry was always going to be a problem for the monarchy. Very young, he already was showing more charisma, more facility to talk to people, more vision, a real love for the people, and clearly an intellectual with a scientific thought process. He is way above the British royal family. I agree with that, always. Let me go in that comment here, tweet comment. Which is why Willie is so angry at Harry and blames Meghan for Harry falling in love with her to extent of leaving. Well, William kicked him out. This is the thing we need to understand. What happened with William, because the father trained him to rely on the papers, because the papers will always write positive things for him. He didn't really care of what he does. But William, when papers keep on saying, writing nice thing about him and about Harry and Meghan, so he kicked them out and said, you're not going to take the headline, in my humble opinion. All right, so he kicked him out, put it in writing. Let me go get that screenshot. So that'll be two parts. I forgot that I kept this recording, but I paused it while I searched for more stuff. Okay, so this is my response to this, which is why Willie is so angry at Harry and blames Meghan for Harry falling in love with her to the extent of leaving. Harry's leaving exposed the true brain behind Willie's persona. He thought Harry will always be there to keep the facade going. That's why he's so bitter and hateful. Okay, so I don't fully disagree with her, but this needs to be said. Don't forget it was William who kicked Harry out, and I put this here, okay, pointing down here. King Charles trained William to rely on the papers by befriended, pointing down here again, befriended the papers. Let's put the papers. In return to get positive headlines or coverage. So William didn't really have to put much effort on things because he knew the papers will always back him up. How many? Okay, I still have more. Let me pause for a second. Okay, I add a little slight more. Okay, don't forget it's William who kicked Harry out. That's this one pointing down here. King Charles III trained William to rely on the papers by befriended news editors. That's this part here. In return for the papers to write positive headlines or coverage. So William didn't really have to put much effort on things because he knew the papers will always back him up. Alright, so that's these two here. And I highlight this. Let me send it. I think I'm okay with that. Let me show you this. All right, this was a party that was going on Sunday 11 February 2001, and William was 19 years old. And I highlight these. All right, these are some names, all right, of the papers: Prince William, Prince Charles, Duke of York, Camilla Parker Bowles, all right, Britain's most senior journalist, all right, David Yelland and Paul Dacker. Not too long ago, maybe 2 years ago, there was I don't know what was, I think there was some investigation that was going on, and Paul Dacker wrote something This is the video. That's the thumbnails of it. He wrote open letters. I think they share the same birthday or something. I don't know. For me, I felt like it was a call out to tell Charles to help him in some shape or form. All right, so Charles was befriending the papers and trained William to befriend these people because they're the one who control what people read. All right, so that's that. And you see Camilla's name was on there as well. So there's that what is it, after Jeremy Clarkson with that nonsense about Meghan, and then not too long after you saw her going having lunch with them. So that's the thing. This is what William had in his head. He just had to, if William had kept the agreement he had with his brother, do you know how powerful those two boys would have been? Well, now men, William and Harry. They will have been so popular in the UK. Alright, but William decided to be the way that he is, and things went sour. But anyway, I spent too much time. It may not seem it, but because I had to search for the those receipts to post, I took a while. Alright, so that's that, and now let's go back to my list, which is this one. Alright, 75. Okay. Whoever said they all half-end, there's the laugh here, just because the awful British media now shamelessly decided they want the Sussexes back any which way. They just want Harry. Alright, they don't want Meghan. Alright, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle face renewed criticism over half-in and half-out royal expert. Alright, let's see what she has to say about that.
Fox News says that Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex face renewed criticism over their half-in, half-out role, but famously, they do not have a half-in and half-out role. They are fully out.
Mm-hmm.
They are not taxpayer funded. They are not security funded by this family. So they are fully out of the family.
The thing is that this is the nonsense that William thought he was doing something really good, because by hiring, what's this guy, Simon Case, there's the thing here, that screenshot that I just put in this tweet here. By hiring Simon Case to put it in writing for Harry and say, Harry, you're all out. Okay? And the Oprah interview, Harry and Meghan wanted to make sure this is exactly what the palace wanted.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there.
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened, but I know, and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work, and we did everything on the exit process the way that it should have been
with
done.
as much respect.
With as much
and
respect.
oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
Okay, but the palace, as the typical, okay, I mentioned it not too long ago, they wanted to create a gray area. What I mean by gray area, make something not truly finalized, but yet you could still extend it. I don't know, whichever way you could put it. This is the gray area where they could always come back to that part and said, this is not what we mean. We meant this part. But Harry and Meghan wanted to make sure, because they want to move on with their lives. This is the part where Harry and Meghan, I truly believe, before they let anybody knew they were seeing each other, they had a plan. They had a vision of where they want to go. So if the palace cannot give them the platform, they were going to create their own platform. This is where Harry and Meghan wanted to make sure this is what the palace wanted. But William, I don't know who told him to do that. He hired Simon Case. As much as many of the squad have a certain feeling toward Simon Case, it seems like, in my humble opinion, Simon Case, I think he knows the law very well, because a lot of politicians hire him for things. Alright, he knows how to work around the law. This is my view. I don't know him very well. I don't follow him, but it seems like he is a very brilliant guy who knows the law, and he knows how to craft, I don't know, agreements and things around the law to get those people get away from being arrested or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. But it seems like he's one of the guys, the people in the UK who knows the law very well. So this is why, in my humble opinion, William hired him to write the thing for him, to get Harry out of there, all out. Okay, so it's documented, it's on papers, and they put him out. So this is where the palace cannot come back to this anymore. Cannot say, this is not what we mean. We meant this. No. Harry from the beginning wanted the half end because they already knew they didn't want them. They didn't want Meghan. So Harry and Meghan was like, okay, but we will still help you. I think that was because the Queen was there and Harry still wanted to support the Queen. That's why the 50-50 was suggested. But the Williams was like, no. And I think this is where the Queen gave up and said, look, I'm old. I've done my part. I'm about to go. Okay, literally, she was about to go and said, Dave, this is what you want? Fine, because I'm going to leave this for you. This is the direction they wanted to take the palace, the monarchy. So I think this is why the Queen was like, fine, if this is what you guys want, fine. And the Queen supported the decision and also supported Harry and whatever Harry was doing, because later on we find out the Queen was still talking to Harry and Meghan. They sent gifts to Archie. The palace didn't even know. Okay, what is it, the pancake thing? All right, the Queen sent. We got to learn it when Harry was doing that CBS interview on top of the bus. All right, so this is all on William. This is all on William. Let me go back to this. All right, why did I bring all of this? Oh shit, that's what happened when I start talking. Let's continue.
They have titles because Harry was born into the role, but they can do what they want because they are private citizens. So there is no criticism to be had because they are not half in. They
That's
are
right.
all the way out, and they can do what they want with their lives because they are not taxpayer funded and they make their own money. Fox News says...
And then the other thing, well, if it's Fox News, they probably think Americans don't know. But there were a lot of Americans who were following because of Meghan. Knew this is full-blown BS. This is for the people who don't know that Fox News is saying this nonsense. So again, back to that gray area. And then when Harry was insisting, again, because of the Queen, I truly believe, insisting they want the 50-50. And they was like, nope, it's already printed. This is what we want for you. And then Harry was like, well, edit it out. Put something different. And this is where the broken printer came along. All right, when you hear the squad talking about broken printer, thank God for the broken printer. That's where this came about during the Syndrome Summit. They didn't want to change it. So at the end of the day, Harry and Meghan did their best. They went and, well, not Meghan. Meghan was not part of it. Meghan was in Canada at that time. But I truly believe there was some discussion between Harry and Meghan before Harry left to go to the UK to go finalize what was the plan. Okay? But I think they went, I keep on saying they. Harry went in good faith. But the palace was not. Okay? William made sure of that. Alright? So that's that. There's no comment. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh my god. I didn't think I was going to talk that much. It's already 4:30. Oh my lord. Oh lord. This is... okay, there's Martin. Martin is good whenever I come across his videos. Alright. Kate will never be competition for Meghan because you can compete when you mumble, lack substance and lack of accomplishment. Kate mumbles and lacks both substance and accomplishment as well. Princess Diana have shown the blueprint for Kate. Alright. Public speaking is not easy, especially if you haven't been... well, she's been in that family, she should have known. But there's always room for improvement. If she takes public speaking and then take the advice of Harry. Harry literally told them, find something you're passionate about. That's all she has to do. Find something she's passionate about. No matter what anybody else is saying, oh, this is nothing, but this is what she wants to do. That's all she has to do. and hopefully it helps people. And one of the things I've always suggested, because when she was in college, it seems like this is something she's good at or she enjoyed, is about the drinking, because she had a drinking club or something. But now that she's a mother, she could turn that around the same way where when Harry was young, they suggest for him, William and Kate suggest for him to wear the Nazi uniform. All right, Harry listened to them and wore the uniform, and then he got blamed for it, and then he went and changed it and educate himself about it, and he apologized, and he still hold up to it. Okay, I cannot blame him for it because he changed, he learned, he got educated about it. The same thing Kate can do is turn the drinking club thing into a positive, where you could say don't drink and drive, substance abuse with domestic violence, because that's something that I read during the Euro 2020, I believe, football. They said that it was very quick. I find out. So if she does more research, bring professional to help her, she will get more information about that. Is that during football matches, if let's say the partner, because there will be drinking and all of that, a watch party or something, there will be alcohol, and if the team of the husband loses, the woman tends to get the domestic violence, something like that. All right, so do some study on that, turn that around. It may not seem much to people, but a lot of lives can be saved. Women can be saved, or when there's a football match, just get away, go to your friend. Don't come back the next day. Let your partner knows where you are, but don't be around them. Something like that. I don't know. A lot of research can be done about this. At least she'll be passionate about it. All right, and it will be much easier for her when she's doing speech about that topic, because this is something she's probably okay with it. But I think the palace keep on pushing her to do some extensive, high level kind of thing. They're all good. I'm not saying they're no good. About the baby brain type of thing she's doing, child early learning, and I'm not saying it's not good. It's good, but the difference is she's not passionate about it. Okay, that's the difference. The palace is pushing her to do that, but there's no interest. All right, so that's that. Okay, let's continue. Meghan will never see Kate as a competition or as a rival, nor will she be jealous of her, as Meghan has her papers, speeches, and her husband loves her. He kisses the ground she walks on. Gretchen's Kitchen's cookbook has helped more children. Gretchen Kitchen's cookbook. What's Gretchen Kitchen? Let me look that up. Grant Kitchen was a prominent Jersey City-based food manufacturer operating out of 101 Pacific Avenue. The company was a pioneer. Okay, I thought they were talking. The reason I went to look it up, I thought it was the Greenfeld cookbook together, but okay, so that's something different. Okay, Gretchen Kitchen's cookbook has helped more children and families when an entire community. Then Kate's early childhood initiative has helped any child or family, which has been none. She started with the early childhood scam in June 2021, 5 years ago, her first undertaking after spending more than 14 years as part of her royal family. After that, she went quiet about it for almost 2 years and picked it back up again in January 2023. For 5 years, she has been busy with that, and in those 5 years, she has accomplished nothing. She reads a lot. According to her husband, there's a rolling eye, reading is knowledge. He probably means she reads a lot for baby brain books and Bob the Builder quotes. Okay, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, began visiting the woman at the kitchen in January 2018, 4 months before marrying Prince Harry. She married during her, I guess, engagement, Meghan engagement. She said she wants to. She gave us a hint. All right, that's the thing. She tells the people, but the people don't listen. Where she will look at things that's passionate about and things that she care about. Let me see if I could find that part in that interview, the engagement interview.
I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well, is obviously a huge relief to me, because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, you know, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to, you know, over time, try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
I am very excited about that, yeah.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved with various causes, you've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I mean, how...
Sing.
Can you imagine? No, I'm not a singer. I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
Alright, so that's that. She married Prince Harry in May 2018, and the book was released 3.5 months later in September 2018. The World Foundation, the charity of Kate and William, years later is still earning money from it. No one is jealous of a woman like Kate. Kate does not have it. She has nothing that makes any woman jealous. If you are a woman and you find yourself jealous of a void, just emptiness. Kate Middleton, please do a mental checkup. Oh my God. Okay, so there's more in talking here. Any comment? Okay, I'll read the comments. Alright, this video is gonna have part 1 and part 2, okay? Because oh my God, I'm an hour. Past an hour. You definitely.
Morning friends, happy Wednesday. How the heck you doing? Very late start for me today. I helped my mum move house yesterday from Folkestone on the coast in Kent back up to Yorkshire, drove one of her cars back. It was a really long day. Shut up with the waffling, Martin, get to the point. This visit is an important part of the princess's recovery, and indeed it may or may not be. I don't really care, but I want to reset the narrative on Kate's early years initiative, because the facts in this crazy world we live in now are really important. The early years initiative has not published any reliable data and any measurable outcome that shows us how important early years development is in children. By comparison, children's charities, psychologists and the NHS have done all those things. A massive amount of data coming out of their organisations.
Like I've said, she didn't have to reinvent the wheels. There's so many people who have been doing this. All she had to do is connect with them and give them the platform. That's all. But she wants to show, in my humble opinion, that she can do these things. Like I've said, psychology is not easy. It's not easy. You have to learn and understand human behavior. Not just learn, but, you know, when you interact with people, have a sense, a common sense of what they're trying to tell you, even if you didn't read about it. This is, and then you're talking, she's doing research about young kids who can even, majority of them can even verbalize their feelings, their thought. This is huge. But like I've said in past videos, there are people, psychologists, who are really truly into this stuff. They probably will spend hours in their basement doing their own little research. Bring these people along, give them the platform, help them. You don't have to take full credit for it. That's the problem with this, in my humble opinion. Like I've said, it's a very, very good thing to do, but she's not the person to bring it up. Alright, let's continue.
The NHS and the education system in the UK does not use any of Kate's early years findings because they're not specific and they're not measurable. This is a vanity project for Kate. This is something for Kate to do.
Nonsense.
I don't know, to fill her diary. This visit to Italy is not even on behalf of the government. So let's just summarise that.
They're like, I'm not gonna put out, the government's like, I'm not gonna put my name next to it.
No outcomes, nothing's measured, and there's no data. Nobody uses Kate's work for any progression of any child or adult in the UK or internationally. So what's the point of it? What is the point of it? If Meghan did something like this, you bet it would be structured, measurable, there would be a massive amount of data, and there would be a plan of how to use that data.
The thing is that Meghan, I know some of the Rangers keep on saying, oh, things that Harry and Meghan are doing, they're not even professional in that. But the difference between William and Kate and Meghan and Harry is that even though they may not have the education for it, but with other things that they have done, let's say for instance the As Ever. I think when it first came out, Meghan was like, the thing sold out very quickly. They didn't have a chance to really do the study that they need to know, you know, the progression, whatever study she was looking for. From that aspect alone, you could see when you're doing experiment, ideas pop up, or you're looking for certain numbers, things will come up as you really get involved into it. If Meghan did not know, let's say they were doing the baby brain thing, they will bring people who know how to do it. That's the thing. That's the difference. But these people, they want to take full credit of everything. Nobody knows everything. But there are professionals who dedicate their life, their time to do this type of research, to understand things. Bring them along. Make them help you. And they will let you know what you are reading, what you are looking at, how it affects people, how it could make change, and what can you do with those numbers to create the change. That's the problem. And I think they have the people, because when former First Lady Biden went to the UK, I think G7 summit, they did a round table talking about things. They have the expert. The thing is that Kate does not have the vision to dictate to those professionals what she can get out of those professionals for her objective. That's the thing. You have all those professionals, each one of them are specialized in certain things within the boundary of psychology, but she's not giving them a direction of what she needs from them. So at the end of the day, there's nothing to give her, because she never asked, in my humble opinion, asked them for something. That's what I think. Alright, let's continue. Maybe I'll play it again, okay, without me interrupting.
To make the world better. That says it all. I'm tired today. My opinion's not important. Yours is.
Okay, let me play it again, okay? I'll start it right there, because he started talking about helping his mom.
House yesterday from Folkestone on the coast in Kent back up to Yorkshire, drove one of her cars back. It was a really long day. Shut up with the waffling, Martin, get to the point. This visit is an important part of the princess's recovery, and indeed it may or may not be. I don't really care, but I want to reset the narrative on Kate's early years initiative, because the facts in this crazy world we live in now are really important. The early years initiative has not published any reliable data and any measurable outcome that shows us how important early years development is in children. By comparison, children's charities, psychologists, and the NHS have done all those things. A massive amount of data coming out of their organisations. The NHS and the education system in the UK does not use any of Kate's early years findings, because they're not specific and they're not measurable. This is a vanity project for Kate. This is something for Kate to do, I don't know, to fill her diary. This visit to Italy is not even on behalf of the government. So let's just summarise that. There's no outcomes, nothing's measured, and there's no data. Nobody uses Kate's work for any progression of any child or adult in the UK or internationally. So what's the point of it? What is the point of it? If Meghan did something like this, you bet it would be structured, measurable, there would be a massive amount of data, and there would be a plan of how to use that data to make the world better. That says it all. I'm tired today. My opinion's not important. Yours is. Comments are open. Tell the world.
Alright, so Meghan is another good person to follow on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. If people don't bring them those videos from TikTok on here on X, I will not be able to share them with you. Alright, so he's another good one to follow. He brings some real facts and his opinion. Alright, spot on. A stupid vanity project for a stupid vain vacuum achieved nothing. Wanna be princess. Well, she is a princess. Let's give that, because she married William. Alright, you're right. Kate's early years initiative is an empty nest accomplishment, useless and pointless project. It's a waste of time. She has to do something to keep up appearances. You know, another thing that I was thinking while the video was playing again, I was trying not to pause it, is that those business people, all right, same thing in the US, but let's focus on the UK. Those business people, those 1%ers type of people who own titles and all of that, who own businesses, all right, they want to keep the institution in a way. If they do something wrong, the institution could advocate for them, or similar to what Trump is doing. You see a lot of people who commit crimes, he's just letting them go, things like that. But they want to keep them busy while the little people are still in some form in a box to keep them preoccupied. I don't know if I don't even think I'm explaining it correctly. But anyway, let me not waste time. A mental checked up, you're right. You nailed it. Alright, let me pause for a second. Actually, I have one more. I can't believe I actually enjoyed this, even though I didn't have that much tweet to share with you. This is what I have for you for this video. But I actually enjoyed it. Oh, so I did put it. I went to search for it, but I did put it on the list. So I already shared that, okay? I had it. I didn't even know I had it on the list, and I went to search for it. Alright, I already covered that. Let me pause for a second. I see my notification. Let me see if it's anything that's worth sharing. I didn't share yet. Alright, so I'm gonna go over this really quickly. So some people like what I've posted. Alright, so that's what it is. They retweeted it. This is what I shared that already. It could be in video 1 or 2, part 1 or part 2. Alright, so this was that I was responding to. Which is why Willie is so angry at Harry and blames Meghan for Harry falling in love with her to the extent of leaving. Harry's leaving exposed the true brain behind Willie's persona. He thought Harry will always be there to keep the facade going. That's why he's so bitter and hate-filled. That's regarding this video. Okay, it's back again. And then that was my response to that tweet. Alright, so somebody liked it. Alright, and I said, don't forget, it was William who kicked Harry out. That's that. King Charles III trained William to rely on the papers by befriended news editors. That's this part here. And return for King Charles III trained William to rely on the papers by befriended news editors and return for the papers to write positive headlines or coverage. So William didn't really have to put much effort on things because he knew the papers will always back him up. Alright, so somebody liked it and retweeted it and then responded to that. That is so true. He simply didn't have to work for anything because Charles had already provided that corrupt blueprint of a PR. He failed to learn the second part of the job, which is to actually do stuff. You can't just fake it forever, especially without Harry for cover. That's something I was thinking. Let me pause and see if I could come up with what I was thinking. So I responded to her, this person, her or him, I don't know. Yes, you're right. The other thing as well, if William kept the agreement he had with Harry not to work with the papers, they both would have been very loved in the UK. But King Charles III, probably with the help of Camilla, helped William undo that agreement. This is why William is being seen for who he actually is. Alright, so Camilla, and let me put in my humble opinion. I need to remove one character. You're right. He had any. Okay, let's put the number 2 here. Is there a space here? Okay, let's put number 2 here to fit it. Alright, so that's that. All right. So that's gonna be part 1 and part 2. I am an hour and 15 minutes. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for peace. Let's do that. I can't think of anything. Let's pick this. Prayer for peace. Gracious Lord, in times of uncertainty and fear, I seek your peace that transcends circumstances. Help me trust in your plan and find security in your promises. Quiet my anxious thoughts and fill my heart with your peace that guards my mind and soul. I surrender my worries to you, knowing that you are in control. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Alright, so that is it. We're gonna put this on this channel, P-Team Sussex. There is part 1 and part 2. Alright, so try to keep them at maybe part 3 because I'm an hour and 16 minutes. So that is it. Thank you for watching, and yeah, if you could help support this channel by donate to my PayPal or Cash App, I truly appreciate it, because YouTube is really, it's like the more that I talk, the more they remove from my revenue. But anyway, thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.